A very good morning, my dear students. Hope you all are safe and healthy. So the thought for the day is every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. We should not say that the day is not good, but rather we should try to find out something good in that particular day. So happy sunshine to all of you. Our today's topic is verbs. It is not a very new topic to you all. You all have studied this topic in class 3 also, class 4 also, and maybe in class 2 also. And now in class 5 again you are going to study this topic. See, we will be repeating certain things that you have already studied in your previous classes, but we will be adding something more to these verbs. Now first of all, why do we use verbs? Verbs must be used in sentences in order for them to make them senseful. Okay, verbs must be used in sentences in order. In order means in proper order for them to make sense. Understood? So that we can get some sense. Which sentence makes the most sense? Let's see with the help of one example. Which sentence makes the most sense? I walk to school. I to school. Now tell me which sentence is making a sense. First one or second one? Who will tell me? Yes, I could hear Shashank speaking. Yes, Shashank, you are absolutely right that the first sentence is making sense. I walk to school is making sense. I to school is not making any sense. The first sentence makes the most sense because it has a verb in it. Without the verb, the sentence does not make sense. Means we do not get any meaning out of this. These are merely group of words. We don't drive out any meaning from those group of words if there is no verb. So we can conclude that a verb completes an idea, can express an action or movement, and can give fulfillment to a sentence. So what we can conclude? We can conclude that a verb is something that can complete an idea. We are expressing an idea, and verb helps us to express that idea fully. Can express an action or movement, mean it can help us to express what action is going on, what kind of movement is going on, and can give fulfillment to a sentence, and can make the sentence look complete. So in a way we can say that verb is the soul of a sentence. As in our body we have a soul. If soul comes out of the body is considered as dead. Okay, Atma is there in our body. If it will come out, then what will happen? We will not be alive anymore. We will be considered as dead. Okay. So similarly, this verb is the soul of a sentence. If it will not be there, it will not be a sentence at all. Hope it is very clear to you all that verb is very important part of a sentence. Now see, first we will be going to study, means revise this verb of being. You people are studying from class 2, in fact from class 1. Okay, but if I ask what are the verb of being, you again will forget. In class 4 also you were told that what are verb of being. To be, verb to be, you all have studied. Who remembers verb to be? Yes, tell me who remembers. Yes, some answers are coming. Yes, verb to be is what? Is, are, am, was, were, will be, shall be. Be, being, being. These are what? Verb to be. See, what does this say? Express a state of being, existing. That something is existing, something is there. It expresses this. That Jemmy was curious. How was Jemmy? Jemmy was curious. It is showing this state, that in what state was Jemmy? Jemmy was curious. So there are 8 state of being verbs. What are they? Is, are, am in present tense, was, were in past tense, be, being, and been in perfect or continuous tense. What is a state of being verb? State of being verb are often called linking verbs. Now linking verb is what? You people might have seen a door. Huh? Door is attached to the wall with the help of a link. Okay, and that is the reason door can be opened and closed. Similarly, there are two words like this and apple. We have put is, and this is, what is this is doing? This is an apple. Okay, what is this doing? Is connecting these two these two words, this and an apple, together and making a complete sentence. If we say this an apple, it will be wrong, but if we say this is an apple, then it will be a sentence. Hope it is clear. So it works as a link, as a thing that connects two words, and two parts of a sentence, you can say subject or predicate. Now see some more example. I am a student. You are my best friend. Ram is not at home. He has been here for 2 months. See, I, a student are two words, is simply two words. But am is, what is am doing? Am is connecting these two. You is pronoun. My best friend is, you can say possessive adjective, adjective of quality, and a noun. This group of word and this you pronoun has been connected with the help of are, and then it is giving a complete sense. If we say you my best friend, then it will not be giving us a complete sense. So verb should always be there. Now see some more example. Smith is strange. It shows a state of existence. What does this is show? It shows here a state of existence. That Smith is strange. How is Smith? In what state is Smith? Smith is strange. Smith will always be my friend. Will be shows a state of existence again. What Smith will always be? He always will be my friend. Smith has been here for a week. Has been shows a state of existence. That he was existing here for how long? For a week. Smith was away last week. Was shows a state of existence. So these all verbs show that something is there, something exists, something actually is there. Second kind of, see, so we have studied one kind of verb, that is verb to be, verb of being. Now second is have, verb showing possession or belonging. Okay, see, this have has three forms: has, have, and had. Has, have, how many forms? 3 forms: has, have, and had. In present tense we use has, have. In past tense we use had. With singular subject we use has. With plural subject we use have. And in past tense, whether it is singular or plural, we use had. Now to possess, in 3 cases this has, have, or had is these verbs are used. What are these 3 cases? To possess. To possess means when something belongs to you. Like they have a big house. They have a big house. They possess a big house. They own a big house. Means it shows that you own something or somebody owns something. I had a pet dog. This is a matter of past. You owned a pet dog in past days. This means that he has a personal computer. This is in present tense with the singular subject. He has a personal computer, means he owns a personal computer. So this has, have, had show the possession, belonging. To eat and drink. So many times people say I am having my what you say, you are having my book. So sometimes teacher asks, where is your book? You say, ma'am, I don't have it. You are having my book. You are having my book. It means I am eating your book. Can a book be eaten? No. So having is used, means this have is used to eat and drink also. When we want to communicate somebody that we are having something, means we are eating or drinking something. Like I have my breakfast at 8 a.m. means at what time do I eat my breakfast? At 8 a.m. They are having their lunch means they are eating their lunch. Please have dinner with us. That means please have dinner with us means please come and eat dinner with us. So this means this have here means eat or drink. To do, to take. This have also means to do or to take. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun means we did a lot of fun. He is having his bath means what is he doing? He is taking his bath. Grandmother is having rest. What is grandmother doing? Grandmother is resting. So for expressing these three ideas, we use this verb have. This verb shows possession, belonging. This verb help us to find out that someone is eating or drinking something, and this have also suggests us that a person is doing or taking something. Clear? Now third kind of verb is action verbs. Action verbs. See, when you read, I have told you last time also what are action words. I have told you there is one identification of action words. If we translate action words into Hindi, we find na in the end. Like see, उठना, रोना, हंसना, बैठना, खाना, जाना, उड़ना, गाना. Every word has na in the end. Every word has na in the end. So this is the major identification of a verb that it has na in the end if we translate it into Hindi. Now you can practice. Let's see one more slide. See, play. This also involves all our hand or leg movement. Play. Cook also involves our eyes, our hands, our brain. Run also involves our body parts. Swim also involves our body part. Laugh also, we laugh with our mouth, our eyes, our brain. Read also we are holding a book with our hand and reading with our eyes. Sleep also, in this also, this is also a process in which our body does something. Bark, the dog barks, it also makes sound, means its all organs are also working. These are all verbs. Now sometimes I have seen, if I ask you people to find out the verb in a sentence and I give you a sentence, I am reading a book. Many of you, what you do? You underline book. Can you show me the book in action? No. Book is a thing, is a noun. It is not an action. What is the action? I am reading a book. Reading. Reading is what? Reading is the action, because this action, this reading action, this reading activity you are performing with the help of your eyes and brain. So wherever you can say, wherever our body organs, whether it internal or external, get involved in doing something. If we are reading silently, then also our brain and our eyes are working, na? Yes or no? Yes. So whenever our body part, whether external or internal, are involved in some kind of activity, it means that is action verb. Clear? Hope it is very clear to you people. Now verbs. Most people sleep at night. So see, this is a verb. Sleep is a verb. It is highlighted with red color. Walk, don't run, says the teacher. See, three verbs are occurring in the sentence. Wait. Sorry, walk. Walk means again you are moving with your legs. Don't run. Don't run. Again movement of the legs. Says, speaking with the help of mouth and tongue. So movement of tongue and mouth, says the teacher. Beyonce ate her lunch, then played hopscotch. See, eating work is also performed by our mouth and tongue, our throat is involved, all these, and our hands are also involved. Okay, so action word ate. then played hopscotch, and then played again. Game of playing cannot be done without using any of the body part. You always have to use your body part, whether you are playing an indoor game or outdoor game. Will you remember school when you grow old? See, now again here is also action word. Remember. Remembering is done by our brain, means our brain is working. When you grow old, grow again, you are growing. So it is also a process happening in your body. So that way these are all verbs. Now see, he paints, object of a verb. He paints posters. See, subject, there are three things I had told you when I explained you sentence and its kinds. I told you that time also, subject and predicate time also. I told you that a sentence has three parts. What are the three parts? Subject, verb and object. Now see, subject, who or what performs the action, means the person. Like Ram is reading a book. So who is reading the book? Who is performing the action of reading? Yes, who will tell me? Ram, exactly. Who is performing this action of reading? Ram. What is Ram doing? Is reading. So this is the verb, is reading. What Ram is reading means this reading action is being received by which thing? That is a book. So who or what performs the action of the verb is subject. The verb is the word that expresses what the action is. Object is what? Whoever or whatever receives the action is known as object. Now see again objects. In addition to serving as subjects, nouns may also function as objects. Means noun and pronoun both can be the objects of sentences. In action, as subjects usually do, objects receive the action and usually follow the verb. The girls hurled stones. See now, what did we say? Subject usually do, object receive the action, stones. What is being hurled? Stones. Okay, this is receiving this action. Okay, and it is followed by a verb. After hurled, what is coming? Object. The professor swigged coffee. See, what is being swigged? Coffee. Okay, so see, it is, this coffee is being followed by this verb. Clear? Say he dropped the plate. This dropping action, what is the thing that is receiving? That is the plate. Okay, and after this verb, what is coming? Object. So the object, immediately after the verb, what follows? The object follows. Now comes our transitive and intransitive verb. Beta, now be very careful because it is a major and new topic for you people. Transitive verb. Transitive verbs are action verbs that have an object to receive that action. Like I bake some cookies. I bake what? I bake what? Cookies. I ride the bicycle. I ride what? The bicycle. I move what? Chair. We are getting answer for what in all the three sentences. Now let me take one more example. Like we say the word flies. The word flies. Now will you ask a word that why are you flying? No, you will not ask the word that why are you flying. It is the tendency, it is the nature of the word to fly. So it is intransitive verb. Okay, but if I say the boy is flying a kite. Now what is the boy flying? Boy is flying kite. So whatever is there, see, you understood that in the beginning we have the subject, and second thing is we have the verb, and immediately after verb what follows? The object follows. Just hide the object with your hand. Question who or whom. If you get the answer to who or whom, then it is a transitive verb, and if you don't get the answer, then it is intransitive verb. Like I laugh. I laugh. Nobody is going to ask you why are you laughing, or what are you laughing, or whom are you laughing. Nobody is going to ask you. Laugh. I cry. Nobody is going to ask me why am I crying. Okay, because not everyone is interested in that, and nobody will ask me what are you crying or whom are you crying. Okay, I cry. I cry bitterly maybe, but it is an adverb, not an adjective. Sorry, not a noun. The book falls. The book falls down. The book falls down the bed. Okay, so adverb is coming down, not the object after falls. So now you become confused whether it is transitive or not. Let's see some more examples. Sarah baked a cake. Question, ask question as I told you earlier also. Hide this a cake. Sarah baked what? See, first of all, what is the condition to find out the transitive and intransitive? First of all, identify the verb. Now see, Sarah, if you will translate Sarah into Hindi, it will remain Sarah. Cake, you will translate into Hindi, it will remain cake. Generally we see cake only. But if you will translate this bake into Hindi, I told you that verbs, when we translate into Hindi, they have na in the end. Okay, now see, baked. Baked, if we translate this word into Hindi, it will be sekna, hai na? Na. So, ya bhunna. So, Sarah baked what or whom? We have hidden this. Sarah baked what or whom? What did Sarah bake? A cake. So, it is a transitive verb. Now, Nomi plays. Nomi plays what or whom? Is there any answer required? No. Nomi plays, maybe she can play anything. So, it doesn't require any answer. So, it is an intransitive verb. Now, let's see some more example. I bought a car. I bought a car. See, this is a transitive verb. Bought what? A car. I bought what? A car. The late baby smiled. What did the baby do? Sorry. Baby smiled what? Any answer is coming? No answer is coming. So, this is intransitive. You buy something, an object. What did you buy? A car. You cannot say I bought. You cannot say I bought. If you will say somebody, suppose you come from market and tell I bought. If there will be 4 people sitting in the room, they all will ask you what? Okay. Everybody will ask. So it means it requires an object. But if you will say the baby smiled, nobody is going to ask the baby why is he smiling, because it is the nature of baby. Whenever it wants, it cries. Whenever it wants, it smiles. So nobody is going to ask a question. See another example. He waited but nobody came. He waited. He waited whom? Nothing is given. So intransitive verb. But nobody came. But nobody came. What or whom? Nothing, no answer is coming. So intransitive verb. Verbs that are transitive and intransitive means some verbs can be transitive also, intransitive also. As I had given you one more example. Birds fly. This here fly is intransitive verb, but when I say the boy flies a bird, then it becomes a transitive verb. Some verbs can be transitive in one sentence and transitive in another, like sorry, I stopped the car. See, stopped the car. Stopped what? Whom? Stopped what? The car. The car stopped. The car stopped what and whom is not coming. Okay. So here it is intransitive verb. Here it is a transitive verb. Now examples of transitive verb. Let's see. Could you bring an umbrella? Could you bring what? An umbrella. They bought a yacht. Okay. They bought what? A yacht. I read all his books. I read what? All his books. He teaches driving. He teaches what? Driving. You promised to take us home. You promised whom? Us. You promised us to take us home. She plays what? The drums. She plays the drums. Examples of intransitive verbs with no object. Let's see. He, she hesitated for a moment. See, it is not an object. Okay. They skate beautifully together. See here again it is what? Adverb, beautifully. No object. No object. What makes an object? Noun or pronoun makes an object. Right? So here there is no noun or pronoun. What is it? This is an adverb. The baby is sleeping. It is simple verb. The baby is sleeping. The wind blew hard. See, hard is again, it is an adverb. The spark plugs fired. Again, what or whom will not come here? The water is running. The population grew. Nobody will ask why, whom or what it has grown. It has grown. Simple enough. So an intransitive verb does not have an object. This is what is the conclusion. However, it manages to express a complete thought without the help of other words. Like fire burns. A complete sense we are getting means आग लग रही है. The wind blows, हवा चल रही है. Birds fly, चिड़िया उड़ती हैं. Right? We get a complete sense. Now see these sentences. The girl seemed. The dog is. Is it complete? Is it complete? No. It is not giving us a complete meaning. The girl seemed means seemed something is happening. What is happening we are not aware. The dog is means it requires some more words to complete the sentence, right? So see, the girl seemed excited. We have added one adjective here, then only it is giving a complete sense. The dog is hungry. Again we have added one more adjective here, and then only it is giving a complete sense. The common words of incomplete predication are be, is, are, am, was, were, seem, appear, look, become, feed and grow. The night grew dark. We are not getting answer to what or whom. We are getting answer to how. How did the night grow dark? Adverb we are getting adjective. She looked innocent. She looked how innocent. We are not getting answer to what or whom. We are getting answer to how. Adjective. Mosquitoes appeared everywhere. Everywhere again it is what? Adverb of place. He became a millionaire. Millionaire is again a noun at quality. I feel tired. Again tired is what? Adjective. I feel how. We are not getting answer to what or whom. So when we don't get answer to what or whom, then it is intransitive verb. And when we get answer to what or whom, then it is considered as transitive verb. Hope it is very clear to you all. Thank you. Have a nice day. I will be sending one assignment. Please do solve that assignment.